not too long ago, he went in to see his factory. He said, "Dee, I've located a bull that is the finest breeding bull in the state of Texas. If you'll finance me to buy that bull, we'll have a calf crop that is unbelievable. It's rained fairly recent. We've got grass. We won't have to buy hay every winter." Dee financed it, not doing too bright himself. And time passed. It was time for a calving season to begin, and Dee noticed that his buddy Rex didn't seem to be showing up too much in the bank. Finally, he caught Rex cashing a check for his allowance that Marianne let him have. And he walked up to him and he said, "Rex, what's the story on your bull?" And Rex said, "I tell you, Dee, we got a problem with our bull. Our bull doesn't seem to understand what he's supposed to be doing in the field with all the cows and pasture. He just ignores them. All he does is eat. And I don't know what we're going to do, and I can't pay him." Dee said, "Well, I tell you, Rex, I think we better have a vet for you to see our bull." Well, Rex said, "I was hired." So, the next time Dee sees him in the bank, Rex has got a grin from ear to ear, and Dee walks up and says, "Rex, how are things with our bull?" To which Rex responds, "My bull is the greatest breeding bull in the history of bulls. I'm going to have calves everywhere, and they bounce back." To which Dee said, "That's great. Did you have the vet in?" Rex said, "Oh, yeah." He said, "Well, what did the vet do?" Rex said, "I don't know. He gave him some pills." And Dee said, "What kind were they?" And Rex said, "I don't know. They tasted a little like peppermint."
Rex is not short, I want to tell you that. He just is 8 years old, okay? All right. All right. Marianne, first for you. Guys, if you'll help me with this. Look at this. Thank you so much. And you did a great job on that video. I love that wink. Super good. And then, of course, we've got some plaques. You're going to have to add this into your house, a new wing or whatever. This is the Rex Tackett Distinguished Citizen Award, 2013, recognized by the Texas Trails Council of the Boy Scouts of America. And that's an 18-county area that we cover, of which Brownwood, of course, is right in the middle. So we'll hold this so you can give your due to everybody, but that's yours. And then, John, you've got the, this is the North Star Award. Let me tell you about this. We've got some of the people involved with this. This North Star Award is a special award. The people that are involved with the Boy Scouts are familiar, of course, with the Eagle Scout. Everybody is familiar with that distinguished award for the youth and scouting. On the professional side, for volunteers, there's a Silver Beaver Award that's given as the highest honor a council can give. And for folks that are not involved with scouting any longer, Rex was a Cub Scout and a Boy Scout and has even been on our board in the past. But he's not involved now, though he's involved with so many other things. You've seen the many, many community events that he is right in the middle of. But there's the North Star Award is given by the National Court of Honor to deserving individuals for helping point the way for our youth in America to go in the right direction. That North Star for any scout, you know what direction you're headed when you can find that on a camping trip, and that's just representative of the kind of man you are, Rex. You guide a lot of youth. He's been so great. I've taken Cub Scouts to go see it to the radio station, and everybody down there just falls all over themselves to make those boys feel special. And you could see that smiling kid in those short pants, and he's still the same smiling kid right now. What a great guy. All right.
I had so many experiences with so many of you people here that you can hardly, I never cover them. And if you'll, quit standing up and applauding, we'll be able to get through this before the evening's out. But, I appreciate all of that. Finally, let me say a few words about scouting and what it meant to me in my youth. It's very, very important. Apparently, time blurs all lines, and there must be a statute of limitations, if not all of it, in scouting. Because I made a few small mistakes made from a small, rotund scout, but enthusiastic, I might add. I must confess to a number of these shortfalls. I don't know if you've shared these sort of things, but first, while working on my cooking merit badge, and I love to cook, as many of you know, I poisoned the entire troop with my stew at the Japanese National Jamboree. But while still impressing the Japanese brethren with my ability to do that real neat toe and heel Indian dance move, I'm telling you, I carry that with me yet today. Number 2, on my first camp out, I invented steak tartare. I didn't invent fire. That is the genesis of steak tartare. I learned that you can't build a fire with damp, rotten wood, and my emergency candle would not generate enough heat to cook a hamburger patty. I don't think we had flashlights in those days. I had a candle, and I had about 3,000 big kitchen matches like this, you know, size of logs. And I had brought that hamburger patty. I could just taste it. And I'd also brought a raw potato for French fries. You cannot cook potatoes and hamburger patties over a little teeny candle about this big around. Rubbing sticks together, for a flint and steel will likewise fail a young scout. I can tell you absolutely. I mean, I rubbed sticks together till it looked like I had cleared the forest. That harkens back to being prepared. And if I'd have really been prepared as a scout, I'd have taken a blowtorch and I'd known what was ahead of me. Number 4, you can't dig a ditch deep enough and wide enough to stay dry inside of a little bitty pup tent about this high, which was high enough for me, without getting wet in a typhoon. I'm telling you, it rained every day when I was in Japan. I nearly drowned inside that pup tent. And number four, I never got a knot tying merit badge. I never could tie a bowline knot. And that was really a harbinger to what was yet to come. I have zero mechanical ability. I can't do any of that stuff. But those are the things that I learned I couldn't do as a scout. But I love and value my scouting experience, and I'm going to tell you something really seriously. It actually saved my life. No kidding. I was drowning over at Cisco Lake one day because I was wade fishing. I was about from here to the bottom of the steps out in that very deep water. It drops off to 3 feet probably, and so me wade fishing, I don't fish deep. And so I'm wade fishing, and I only had one lure. Didn't come from, as Bert pointed out, a wealthy family, and I borrowed that lure and I'd cast out there, and I got it hung about nearly to the back of this auditorium, and yet I felt I was a strong swimmer, and I was a strong swimmer, and I had a little stringer of fish, and I had a rod and reel, and I thought, I'll just side stroke out there, retrieve my lure, and go back to the bank. Well, that was an error in judgment. On the way, I got entangled in my line. I had fish wrapped around me, and I was dragging 16 pounds of moss balling up on me. Now, the real truth of this, in my scouting handbook, it said if you ever get in something like that, you go to the bottom and you push yourself up. And if you're a scout, you know how to get back to the bank. Well, let me tell you, I wouldn't be the honoree here tonight if I had not been a scout, but I would have drowned in Cisco Lake. Now, that's the doggone truth. I kind of imagine that there's a lot of other men and young men in this group tonight that the scouting may have saved their lives. If not nothing else, it's enhanced the experience they've had in life, and they will carry it through their entire life. If I'm dumb enough to swim out there with a rod and reel again, I'm going to know how to get back to the bank because of scouting. And I remember when the highest compliment you could pay a young man was to call him a good scout. I think it still is. Again, I want to thank you for your support of the Boy Scouts. I want to thank you to the Boy Scouts of America Texas Trail Council for this honor, because it is. And finally, I read something recently that pretty well sums up what all of us here embrace. And there was a question that said, why do you do all you do in this community? And that's what you guys do. The real question that should have been asked should have been, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? You can't fix everything, but you can help. That's who you are, those that help, those that contribute, those that care. This is the hard part. I couldn't read it at home. I'll try to read it here. Thank you for this honor. I don't take it lightly, and I hope I can live up to it one day. Thank you.